Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am trying to finish up some of the requests that I'm behind on. Excuse me for the scratchy voice. I am still sick since Christmas Eve, but I'm late on these requests, and so I'm trying to get them all out before the new year. This one comes to us from our buddy Hinshaw. Thank you so much. This is Younha with Snail Mail. If you saw the reaction, you know I really enjoyed this song, but I'm looking forward to getting more into what I think the meaning of the lyrics and the like my interpretation of the scenery and the video itself. So yeah, this is, if you're not familiar, this is what I call the breakdown video where I go into all of that. If you just want a reaction, that's posted separately. Um, there will be some changes coming to the channel soon. I'll make a separate video about that. But for right now, let's go get into Snail Mail. So we've got this opening scene where she's like running out onto a playground that's empty. It's like almost like a remnant of youth. So she's checking her watch here. We're talking about time, and the name of the song is Snail Mail. If you're you live under a rock, you don't know what the snail mail means. It just means the regular post mail, like writing a handwritten letter and sending it through the mail, as opposed to the fast digital connection we would get from emails and texts and stuff like that. But not only are we going to literally get that referenced when we see the letter being sent later on in this video, but we're also using snail mail as a metaphor for this like slow passage of time. And excuse me, like right now, this scene that we're in, we're kind of in a dilapidated looking playground where maybe it once was thriving with people. Now it's kind of empty, and it's like almost like a place to reminisce. Also, we kind of accentuate that theme of the passage of time, not only again in the lyric, but she's checking her watch here, and if you pay attention to the background, you can hear the clock ticking. I love how she crescendos there. Gorgeous. Okay, a couple of things. The subtitles here, I can't find an exact transcription. So the only lyric pages I have found are more like literal translations. So there's going to be some differences between what I'm reading and what you're seeing here on the screen. But this translation, letters that cross over time, what do we look like? Will it be natural to be together? I wish I had not missed each other when I convey this heart to you. Um, if I recall correctly, let's see. Yeah, it's when I deliver my feelings, I hope we won't miss each other when I deliver my feelings. So, like when I look back and I tell you how I'm feeling, I hope we won't, I don't know, regret things. You know, I hope that we're both happy that we're not missing what we had back then. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I wish I had found a more direct translation as opposed to having to remember everything that's being said here. but it is what it is. So let's see. Today, next year, when my feelings will arrive. So we're getting that play on the snail mail, right? So she's gonna write her feelings down, and in the video, it almost looks like she's sending it to herself in the future. So it's not just about a love. It's almost like growing up and looking back at your youth. I think maybe there's actually both elements of that, of those two different concepts in this video. Um, so let's see. I hope I'll have a lot that makes me laugh. Yeah. So she's writing to herself here. It looks like. Um, I hope that I'm going to grow. I hope I'm gonna be happy, have things that bring me joy. Um, I hope that hold up. I hope the closest person still staying with you then is me. That could both be to the love interest and to herself. Like, I hope I'm still close to myself, as opposed to being lost. But also, excuse me, in the scenery here, again, we're still at this playground where maybe she played as a child. She's swinging alone. It's a direct shot showing that there's no one next to her, but it's like it's supposed to show that there was someone next to her. And so these feelings that she's sending, today, a year from now, might be again to herself and to this other person. Yeah, I don't like this site, so I'm just gonna try and jump around as best I can over here. Sorry about that. So now we're in this bookstore. Now, at first, when I was watching this on the reaction, I thought maybe this was like a Korean textbook store for school. And I mean, it very well could be, because you look and you see the same book, like lots of copies of it in different places. But I think it's just an actual bookstore, because we're going to see later some of the books more close up, and those don't look like textbooks. But what do I know? I'm not a Korean student. But yeah, right here, she's looking through the books. And she finds one that kind of calls to her. Now, I assume this is the look into the future, or at least I did when we were watching the reaction. I thought this was future her. Like, we've had a little time skip. But later on, and that may still be the truth, but later on we're going to see both of them meet, and it's not like it's the same person looking back at herself, but in a way it kind of could be. So let's keep watching. So right here you see she finds the letter in the book that the other girl, or maybe it's the younger version of her, has written. Okay, actually, no. I thought the younger version of her, or, whoever it is, wrote that. And I think we do see her write on it at some point. But that shot showed her actually reading it. So maybe they both found the same letter in the same book. So many words that I erased while writing, like all these things I wanted to say, but I wasn't saying them quite right, or quite the way that I wanted to say them. I hope I can deliver those. See, so she is writing here. So now I'm actually confused. Is she adding to this letter? Because when we saw her originally open it, she was reading something on it. But it was this the original part, and then she was there in a flashback. Uh, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here with this letter. Is she, again, did she find it? Is she adding to it? Did she write the whole thing and then that part of the younger version of her in the bookstore? Is she, well, that wouldn't make sense because she found it there. So yeah, I'm not sure. There's a couple of details I'm missing here, but so let me go back and try and find lyrics here. So actually, I laugh a lot without worries. Sometimes I get nervous. Until today was all the sorrow I've been through. So, like, I can still find joy in the hard times. Uh, but also, it's like, um, it's almost like she's wishing that for herself. Like, if this is the letter to herself, that version of the context, it's like she's hoping that, I hope that no matter what kind of sorrows and hardships you've been through over this time span, that you're still finding joy and laughter. But, in terms of writing it to the love interest, or it doesn't even have to be a love interest, it could just be a really good friend. Um, just looking back at the time that they shared. Let's see here. Uh, oh, okay. Was all the sorrow I've been through the way to you? So there was a song from a country group here in America. If you're watching this from overseas, a group called Rascal Flats, uh, and the song was called "Broken Road." And the song is basically saying, "God bless the broken road that led me back to you," which essentially is what we're getting at here. Like all the hardships, the pain, the sorrow, all those tough times I went through, maybe all the failed relationships I went through, whatever it is, were those, that those were the broken path. It wasn't always straight, it wasn't always happy, but those things formed my journey, and that was the journey that led me to you. And so this could be, are those times what led me to you, meaning that friend or that love interest, but it could also be her future self again. Like all those things are those what helped me grow into the person who's reading this in the future. So many words that I erase. Okay, yeah, we talked about that already. So I hope I'll have a lot that makes me laugh. This chorus changes a little bit. I hope the closest person still staying with you then. Actually, this one didn't change. It's the final chorus that changes. So both of these are, I hope the person that's closest to you is me. And again, that could be herself. Like, again, I hope that you haven't lost yourself. I hope that we are still our biggest fan, our best friend, whatever. But in this regard, I think that section is more specifically towards the friend or the love interest, that like I hope that we are still close, that we still have some sort of relationship in the future. So I didn't pay attention to the lyrics at this part in the reaction, so I need to actually focus here. So I just wanted to receive the twisted arguing, the feelings caused by it. So obviously we don't have the full context of this bridge yet, so take what I say with a grain of salt until we get the rest. But just in terms of describing an argument as wanting something, like there's a twisted argument, I want the feelings caused by that. It's like, if you're not arguing, in this context, it's almost like not arguing is like not having the person there. And having the absence is worse than the arguing, because the arguing still makes you feel something, whether it be anger or sadness. Like, you're still there and you're involved in the beauty of life, essentially, where you have that connection. And generally speaking, now some people, like myself included, will argue just for giggles sometimes. But if you're arguing with someone important to you, it's usually because it's an issue important to you, or it's an important issue to them, or possibly between you. And so even the arguing can symbolize that depth of your connection. So she mails the letter off. But then this, actually, it's not more important than you. So the argument, like, again, I say this as myself, a lot of people argue and they want to win the argument. But here, she's kind of thinking like, yeah, I miss the twisted feelings of this argument, but I don't care about winning anymore. Like, nothing's more important than you. Like, I miss you. Then we get our gorgeous high note here. Spending a lot of time in the bookstore. So, see, here they're meeting. She's like, can I help you? Yeah, we're reading the same book. Hold up. Nope. Oops. I was trying to hit the space bar. It didn't pause where I wanted it to. But, so here I thought it was going to change. I hope the closest person, still staying with you then, but then it doesn't finish. We're gonna get that thought here in just a bit. But I thought this wall here, when I first saw the video, I thought this was going to be kind of like a metaphorical divide between time, right? Like, we got the young and the older version of ourselves here. But no, she's actually there. So, I hope I'll exchange letters. With you here. Okay, I was waiting for the thought to finish. So, I hope I'll exchange letters with you here, meaning like I want all these things that I'm writing, and I'm sending them into the future. Like, we saw her literally mail it off. It's like she is going to receive it, or maybe the other person will receive it, and she's hoping maybe that other person has done the same thing and they can meet again and reconnect and read their feelings to each other at that point. And then here, if we're taking this as them being younger version and older version of the same person, which I still think is the case here, but it's framed weirdly if that is the case. But if we take it that way, then it's like they're connecting over the same thing, and they really are like exchanging, like, she's looking back at herself, she's looking forward at that version of her. If it's two different versions, then it's like the letter has again made it kind of into the future, and they're still friends in later on in life. Okay, so this part, this is the where it changes in that chorus. Maybe even if the closest person, and it's going to say something like, to you isn't me. I hope it is me. The funny thing is, that book might actually say something important. See, so that I think I was right. I don't think I let this part finish in the reaction video. I didn't see her fade away. I think that really was the younger version of her. I think I was right the whole time. Which, if I'm not, that's my interpretation, especially after that last scene. Um, we saw the older version of her, kind of like holding the book, smiling, and with the reminiscence of meeting or looking back on her past self, and then they go their separate ways. The older version keeps going, and then the younger version kind of goes back into the past, and then she fades away. Um, yeah, wow. And then, of course, you hear that tick tock there at the end as well, again, symbolizing that passage of time. So, really beautiful song, both in terms of the feeling that it, encouraged you to feel, as well as the vocals and the delivery of it. And the video was well done too. So, yeah, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. All right, guys, that was Snail Mail from Younha. Shout out to Henshell. Thank you so much, my friend, for the request. Sorry it's been so late. Um, Shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys for all your support. If you guys want to get a request done here on the channel, there's a couple of ways to do that. You can either subscribe to the Patreon. The paid subs over there get access to things that I can't put here on YouTube, and they also get guaranteed prioritized requests every month. Also, if you don't want the Patreon benefits, then you can use the PayPal link, which is in the description below, and there's instructions there on how to do it. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you did. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. We've actually kind of lost a few subs here on the channel, so I know part of that is my fault for being inconsistent, but it really does help the channel, all of those little interactions. So hopefully you can help the channel out if you enjoyed. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you for the next one. Take care, everybody.